I don't have a favourite.
Think while I talk.
You know I can't do two things at once.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sassy and Sober with Caitlin and Sophie.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, how's it going? How are you?
Great. Not like I saw you 2 days ago.
We did film 2 days ago, so
Yeah.
we were literally seeing each other.
We're getting back on it. I'm so
Yeah, we want
motivated.
to get ahead of schedule.
Yeah,
And like we said last week, we've got lots of fun things coming up.
we do. I planned them all out. As soon as we finished filming the last episode, I went home. I finished editing like straight away.
Yeah.
I've got the TikToks ready. I was like, it's uploaded. Literally, I don't have to touch it until like sharing it on Instagram. We were like, right, next episode ready. We got all the episodes ready literally until until the end of January.
Yeah. So like we're prepared.
We're on it. I feel so like motivated.
This is
and
good
ready.
though. I think we needed a bit of a plan. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes like we just don't.
We
and
don't.
we like today we rocked up. We were gonna do another episode that we'll be doing later on.
Yes. It'll be next week.
It'll be next week. But we didn't have something worked
Yeah.
out. You'll see when you see the video.
Yeah.
So we came in and we're just like, oh, what should we talk about? But we'll just
swap weeks around.
swap weeks around.
See, that's how prepared we are. That we've
Yeah.
got next week's planned and we're like, that's fine. Well, we can just swap the two
we
episodes.
can just swap.
It's
We came in,
fine.
it's good. Yeah. So today we are talking about periods. We're doing a bit of a girl talk, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we will start with our favorites.
Sure.
Have you thought of yours yet? So we're struggling to think of one.
Mm. I don't know. I've just been like really motivated. Like yesterday was such a good day at work. Like I set up an activity and like all the kids were so productive all day. Like at the activity, it wasn't a mess. They weren't running around screaming. I actually set up like 2 different tables.
Yeah.
And someone said at the end of the day, they were like, the kids were so good today. Like they were sitting at both activities. I'm like,
Wow.
I thank
Look at
you.
you go. You're
And
like,
then-
that's all me.
that was all me. She was like, why are you smiling so much? I'm like, well.
Well, I
was
did
all
do
me.
this whole thing. No.
And then editing the episode, like planning the rest of the year, I just feel like so
on top of your shit.
sort of in aspects. I don't know. I don't
Aspects.
really have a favorite apart from that.
My favorite, I always have moments or like things. But my
so
favorite,
moments.
I went to dessert last night with 2 of my friends.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah,
Where'd you go?
What's it called? Excess
Espresso.
Espresso, is that what's it called?
XS espresso?
XS.
Yeah.
We went there and we got churros.
Oh, yum.
Do you say churros or churros? This is
Churros.
a churros?
Churros.
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 It's so Australianized now.
Like nachos and nachos.
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 So Aussie.
Anyways, that was good. I love seeing Hallie and Ab because they're amazing people. But yeah, and then I watched their soccer game.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
That was good. They won
Yay. That's good. They play on when do you play? Tuesdays.
Tuesday night.
Right, yeah.
But I play socially through uni.
Yeah,
they
right.
play.
Theirs is competitive.
Yeah, like they're in a proper division.
Like a
Actually, I don't
competition,
know if like I'm in a division. I don't actually know.
You just signed
maybe
up.
don't ask me. I just signed up and was like, yeah,
Let's go.
let's do it. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that was my favorite.
Fun.
Anyways,
Yeah, so as we mentioned before, we were going to start like a little segment
series
type of thing.
Not girl
like,
chats.
Yeah. We just thought we're girls
We're girls, and there are other girls who listen.
and we chat.
And we chat.
Just like sort of like a
But
little.
sometimes there are topics that like you want to talk about with your girls, but you don't want to talk about with
yes.
guys around, or like, you know,
Yeah.
you can't really talk about with your guy friends.
Just
and
like a
stuff
little
like that.
advice thing. Or
Yeah.
be like your 2 go-to people
Yeah,
for your girl chats.
sure. Anyway, we're going to talk about periods. I'm
Yes.
supposed to get mine next week.
I finished mine not too long ago.
Oh, did you? Do you get heavy periods?
I do. Like
Heavy periods suck.
I hate you. I used to have like I would have nothing and then I would cramp and it would be like okay for like 3 days
Yeah.
and then that was it. But now I am like on and off cramping for a week before.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get my period. Like then it's like a week and then nothing for a few days and then I get my period so heavy, so crampy
Yeah.
for
Oh.
like 2 days and then I'm done.
See, I'm lucky. I only cramp like the first 2 or 3 hours of getting my period. That's how I know I'm going to get my period, because I start cramping. Like, I'll feel it.
That is so lucky.
And I'm like, oh God, here it comes. And then like probably 20 minutes after I'm cramping, it'll come.
Yeah.
And so usually I'm really good at, I'll be prepared. Like, but sometimes it'll like happen in the middle of the night.
Yeah. See, I used to be so unaware. I was the same. I would wake up in the middle of the night bleeding, like
it's everywhere.
Literally, I would like, it would be like, right, wash your bed sheets, like, you know, everything.
Literally, even if I wear pads, because usually I wear tampons because it's easier for work.
Yeah.
Obviously, I play soccer. It's just easier all around to wear tampons for me. But sometimes when I'm wearing pads, it still leaks and it still gets on my underwear, and I still have to, I reckon I have to like go through so many pairs of underwear
just for in your period,
like literally like every day. I reckon I go through like 3 pairs of underwear, which is so bad.
Yeah, it sucks.
Even on my heavy days though, when I first start, because I'm heavy right at the start, I can't wear a tampon on my first day, because if I leave it in there after like 1 hour, it's full and then I leak. I
struggle with tampons. I used to not wear tampons at all, and I remember I had like my year 9 swimming, I think it was like life-saving or something. We had life-saving. And I had my period and I didn't want to go. I didn't feel like swimming. I didn't want to go swimming, whatever.
Yeah.
And so my mum wrote a note and she was like, unfortunately, she's on her period. She can't go swimming. And I can't remember if it was me or somebody else who was on their period, but the teacher said to them, well, can't you just use a tampon? And I was like,
excuse you, my body, my
15?
Choice.
Yeah, I was 14 or 15 at this point. Like, don't tell me I have to use a tampon just to go swimming.
Nah, like she probably just meant it in the way like, oh, I can't use a tampon. But it's also like,
it was the way
it was said.
Yeah, it was just so mean. But I've always struggled with tampons.
I struggled at the start.
I've worn pads for majority of my period life.
Yeah.
But I think like last year I started wearing tampons because I was like, you know what, I just got to like try.
Just got to do it.
And like when you've not worn a tampon before, it is hard.
Yeah, it is. So when I first started, I reckon it took me like 2 years before I actually started wearing tampons, because like it's just so hard to actually get it in. I envy those people. We have some friends who just got it in first try. I envy those people. I'm get like, it. How did you get it in that easy?
I had to try multiple periods.
Yeah.
Like just trying to get it in.
Yeah, because it's not
and you couldn't.
easy.
It's not at all.
Yeah. And now like, oh, this is probably going to be way too TMI. Obviously at that age, you know, I wasn't doing anything sexual.
Yeah.
So
it's harder.
It's way harder. Whereas like now it's like so easy.
Yeah.
You just shove it up there. But before, like, I'm like, how does the hole even get that big?
Exactly. Especially you don't understand like how you can get it in, how it's meant to go.
And also no one told me, okay, like, love my mum. My mum was always trying to help me get she wouldn't help me get the tampon in, but she was trying to tell me, you know, how to do it. And like even our dance teacher, Laura, like she tried to explain it to me. Yeah. Like Katie and Amy tried to explain it to me. But no one told me that I had to get like half of my finger up there.
Right.
And I was like, so I was shoving it in and just like
halfway
and like leaving it there. And
then you would leak.
But also I was like, well, it's obviously not right, because they had told me you shouldn't be able to feel it. But I could feel it. So I was like, well, it's obviously not in right. But I didn't know you had to keep going until your finger was in there.
One is you have to keep going.
Yeah.
But two, you have to angle it on the right angle. I struggled with the angle for so long. Yeah. Because you have to like angle it towards your spine.
Yeah.
And go backwards. So when like you're trying, you just think you have to like go in and up.
And no.
And it hurts.
It does.
The angle is a whole thing. But for me, I struggle like at the start of the day, or I don't know if it's the start of the day or like how far through I am of my period. Mm-hmm. But it usually works out that at the start of the day, it's easier to get in. But then as the day goes on and I'm cramping more, it's harder to get in and out. Yeah. And so I end up not being able to do it.
Yeah.
Like I just stop using them halfway through the day.
Yeah. Well, I think over time it gets easier. Like now when I do it, it's fine. I just do it easy every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was the same. I think like I would do it and then I'd take it out and then go to shove another one up, but it just wouldn't go up the same, or it would be hurting a bit more and like.
Yeah.
Oh, also, can I just say, okay, at the end of the period, for me, my end of the period is a little like dry.
Yeah.
And so trying to put a tampon up when I'm like on my second last day, but like I'm still bleeding, but like it's not.
Yeah. It's not enough.
Enough for like the tampon to just go up. God, that's painful.
Yeah. I end up using a tampon for like the first 2 days.
Yeah.
And then I don't have enough, I'm not bleeding enough to need it for any longer.
Yeah.
So then I just switch to tampons or a liner. Like sometimes I can even do 2 days and then a liner for the next few days.
Yeah.
I'm still in the phase of trying to figure out how it works. And I stopped using tampons for a while because I was like, it just hurts. And like I could tell it's wrong. And then I'd always second guess myself and be like, no, I'm leaking, I have to go to the bathroom. Especially if I'm working, like I can very rarely go to the bathroom during work. And so if I do, I'm always like, I got to go quick. Like I have to go check. And then I go and check and I'm like, oh, or I take it out and I'm not even leaking and it's not even full. I'm like,
you're like, oh, I could have had that in that longer.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, okay, again, this is like very TMI, but if you're, I think it's so much easier if you're sexually active.
Yes.
If you're not sexually active, it is always going to
be worse.
Yeah. Not necessarily hurt. Like some people it's so easy and they don't need to be sexually active or whatever. But I know for me, if I'm not sexually active, like it takes a second to
readjust.
Yeah. You know what I think? I don't think guys know that the whole, okay, because I didn't know this until, well, I learned this in high school, but I didn't know this when I was younger. The hole actually, like it gets bigger, but it also shrinks back.
Yeah.
It's like, well, obviously when you have a baby, it's going to shrink back. But even when you like use a tampon, it'll go bigger, but then it'll shrink back. Like it always shrinks back. So when you're not sexually active, it's not expanding often.
Yeah.
So when you go to put it in, it's really tight. Anyway, I know some guys that didn't know that. So I was just putting that out there. Not that any guys will probably be watching this, but any girls that didn't know that, which I'm sure you did because it's kind of common knowledge, but
some people might not. That's
true.
what we're here for.
That's okay. Anyway, what were you going to say?
Have you tried, what are they called? Diva cups?
No, I'm like, okay, because how do you get it out without spilling it everywhere?
So,
or are you supposed to do it like in the toilet?
I haven't used one. Yeah, so you do it in the toilet, but you like swoop it. So as you pull it out, you like tip it down.
Oh.
In the toilet or in the shower.
How do you get it up there though?
So you're meant to like fold it inwards. So like if the cup's here, you're meant to like push it in and then like make a point to go in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've never tried one. Maybe I should. Maybe we should do a review.
Review of Diva cups. I've tried it, but I could never get it in because it's not as small as a tampon to fit through.
Oh, so yeah.
Because you've got to like fold it in and it's still like decently sized.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you've got to push it in and then like it pops open and then you've got to like create a suction so it doesn't leak.
Oh, so you've got to like corner it a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe I should try it. Oh, I don't know. I love tampons. For me, tampons work really well.
Yeah.
Except for my first day, heavy. Can't wear a tampon.
Yeah.
But it's super frustrating. Like when I go to the gym and I'm wearing tights, you don't want to see my underline.
Oh, yeah.
So then I'm like, but if you wear a pad, you can't wear a G-string. So it's like,
where do you,
we're like struggle street. Honestly, being a girl is so hard.
It sucks.
Just it
doesn't suck, but
you got to really figure out like.
And it's like my period lasts for 3 days. So I have 3 days of trial and error.
You have like a 3-day period?
Well, like heavy bleeding. After that, it's just like spotting.
Oh, okay.
So I have like a 3-day trial and error period before my next period.
So you only got 3 days to figure it out.
Right? Like,
yeah, mine usually goes to 5 days, but like my 6th day is like when it ends.
Yeah.
But like I don't usually bleed on the 6th day. Like I'll have a little blood in the morning, but then I don't bleed the 6th day.
Yeah.
But mine is like a 5-day period. So
do you know like your cycle length?
I can show you. I have an app. So for anyone who doesn't have an app.
What app do you use?
Oh my God. It's called Maya.
Oh.
I mean, I got it when I was younger, so I don't know if it's like the best app.
Yeah.
But basically, so it predicts your cycle. So you put in your calendar whenever you have your period. So I'm supposed to get it next Sunday, this Sunday coming up. But it tells you it tells you obviously your period. Then it tells you when you're not fertile, when you may be fertile, when you're fertile. And if you don't know, like when you're fertile, it's like the best period for you to get pregnant. Yeah, ovulation. If you're trying not to get pregnant, those are probably the best days when you're fertile to not have sex. Just going to put it out there. Not that I ever look at this to be like,
yeah,
I don't care. I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever.
It's good though, like for health reasons to track your period, because
it's very good.
If you ever need to go to the doctors for anything.
Or like if you're late on your period, or if something's just irregular.
Yeah.
And usually like, because people can be, so I have a very regular period. Like I get mine usually this is so accurate. I'll get it the day or maybe 2 days before. But yeah, sometimes like it'll come a week early or a week late.
Yeah.
But some people who don't have regular periods, like it's good to have a tracking system, because I feel like over time it'll like recognize your.
So the thing is, if you track like about 3 periods, it starts to, did you just hit your finger on the table?
Really hurt. Sorry.
If you track about 3 periods, it understands your cycle, and then it changes depending on when you log each cycle. I used to use Clue.
Yeah, what do you use now?
Well, I just use like the health app.
Oh, okay.
Because it's on my watch, and half the time I forget to go and track it.
Yeah, and you're always on your watch.
If I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm like, oh, I got my period, I just put it in while I'm sitting on the toilet. Like it's literally
but
just
you
there.
Always wear your Apple Watch. Like I don't wear mine.
I wear mine every single day.
Actually, I've been a lot better lately because I've been back to Pilates.
Yeah.
Anyways, my app, it shows you, so my cycle is 30 days.
Yeah, so Clue was pretty good. Clue had like most of the similar things, which I feel like I should use. Or Flow is another good one I've heard.
Flow's good. I've heard of Flow.
Yeah.
Mine tells me my symptoms, like predicts my symptoms.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to get acne.
Does it tell you when you're supposed to get your symptoms?
No, it just says like symptoms.
Yeah, right.
But these are predictions, right? So acne, fever, and then I'm supposed to be really tired. And then my moods, I'm going to be really confused, frustrated, and sleepy. But then when you're actually on your period, it'll tell you what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. I don't really find that they're accurate, because I feel like on my period I feel everything. So I'm like, if it says I'm angry, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm angry. Yeah. You know, or like if I'm happy, I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. But I don't know. It's just
depends.
It never says happy though.
Yeah.
On my period. It always says like upset, crying, emotional.
Yeah. The health app is all right.
Yeah.
Like my typical period length is like 2 days, but that's like heavy flowing.
That's not a lot though.
My cycle length is 36 days.
36-day cycle.
Yeah.
Wow. So usually average is 28 to 30 or like 27 to 30.
So I used to have really long cycles.
Yeah.
I used to be like long. 40 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have really irregular periods.
I used to. Now I am definitely more regular.
God, all these symptoms. Can I just read out these symptoms?
Yeah.
Acne, fever, tired, achy, bloated, blood pressure high, blood pressure low, breast tenderness, constipation, cramps, diarrhea, dizzy, gas, headache, insomnia, itch, mucus, nausea, PMS, spotting, sweaty, swelling, weak, weight gain, weight loss.
You have everything.
No, I don't have. This is just a list of
right.
them.
I thought that's what you had.
No. Mine's just acne, fever, and tired. But that's just a prediction. But they're always different. Like that's usually one of my, which is always accurate. I'm always bloated. I always feel fat on my period.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like because my PMSing, obviously I PMS a week before, but I'm super emotional. I reckon I cry on my, if my like mental health is good and I'm feeling good, I sometimes don't cry, but I will like cry the day before. Yeah. But if I'm like not in the good headspace, I'll be crying all week. And usually the day before my period, I will probably cry 3 times that day.
Oh my
like
God.
I'm horrible. I'm emotional. It's not like I get into arguments with people or like I'm emotional at people. It's more I'll cry because like someone went in the shower before me. Or like I'll cry because my sock didn't fit.
Like it's just sort of like
pointless stuff that just like it's almost because I'm just irritated and I don't know how to let out the frustration, so I just cry.
See, I don't think I have that sort of emotional side.
Really?
I don't think so.
Do you just get angry or snappy? I feel like you get snappy.
Probably snappy, yeah. But I'm also just like, I probably just get like annoyed at everything.
I feel like you like also frustrated. Just would be like unbothered with life.
Yeah, a little bit. I just like. Can't bother. I just won't do anything.
Whereas I just want to cry. No,
yeah, really I'm more like the frustrated side.
Yeah.
Of things.
So if you ever see me crying, just assume, because I don't usually cry unless I'm PMSing or I'm on my period.
Yeah.
Like other than that, I don't really cry.
Yeah.
Unless I've obviously had an argument with someone, but I don't think I cry unless I'm on my period.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I remember. I think it might have been year 7. I went like 4 months without my period.
Oh my gosh.
I'd probably had like
year 7?
Yeah.
When did you get your period?
I think the end of year 6.
Oh, so you were young.
Yeah. I think so. And then, just like midway through year 7, or maybe I got my period year 7. No, I got my period end of year 7. And then I had it for maybe like 5 months, and then I just lost my period for like I didn't have it for months.
Yeah, it's so weird, hey?
And I like at this point I was young, I didn't know anything. Like I'd had 5 periods in my life. And I was like, I'm pregnant? Like, what the hell? I sort of
I'm pregnant. I've never had sex, but I'm pregnant.
I didn't understand how pregnancy worked.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, is somebody like, I don't know what's happened. Like, am I pregnant? What the hell? I didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
And then
I've thought that before, but then I'm like, no, don't be silly. Like, there's no way you could be pregnant. I'm like, well.
And I'm like, but Virgin Mary.
Yeah, like,
what if
like somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I think I got mine. Actually, I remember the day I got mine because it was my brother's birthday. Oh. And I came downstairs like, everyone, I got my period. I'm very open with my family. Yeah. Like they will know if I'm on my period or I'm like
anywhere close.
Any health issues I have, like everyone knows. I'm very open with my family. Like it's just because we're a close family. And so when I got my period, my sister's not like that. Like she won't tell anyone when she's on a period. But I know because like obviously the bin in the bathroom, I'm like, oh yeah, she's on a period. But she won't tell anyone. Whereas like if like my brothers annoy me, I'll be like, don't annoy me, I'm on my period. Like I'll punch you right now. Stop it. Yeah. Like, but I remember the day I got it. It was my older brother's birthday, and it was when I was in year 9. And I just came downstairs and I was like, I was so happy about it. And then I had such bad cramps. Oh, and I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like any period horror stories?
I have one period horror story.
Oh gosh.
It was, I don't remember if it was year 7 or year 8. I don't think I was expecting my period. I think this is when I was having like 40-day cycles, like no symptoms beforehand. Like I would just get it like straight away. And so I don't think I was prepared. I don't think I was like ready. Like if I used to like stock my bag with like tampons, liners, pads, like everything. I was prepared. I had a whole pocket in my bag that just had
good things. On you. I was never that prepared.
Well, yeah, like
I was the one person asking everyone like, do you have a tampon? Do you have a pad or something? Yeah.
Because my period used to be so like irregular. I would just like never know. But I don't know if I wasn't expecting it and it just like came out of nowhere. I just went to the bathroom and then I was like, oh my God, I've got my period. Like it's everywhere. And then I realized it was on the back of my dress.
Oh no, this
was like, it was like the last period of school. Oh gosh. And I was like,
you're kidding. My couldn't have come like when you got home.
Literally like, I don't know how long I'd had it for, like at this point, but it was like period 6. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like I don't have spare undies. My dress is bloody. Like what do I do?
Yeah.
And so like I remember fixing I don't know if we'd packed away or what had happened, but I'd gotten ready to leave and I bolted straight out of the school. I like put my bag, you know how you can like loosen the straps?
Yeah.
I loosened it as far as it would go, and like I was walking with a banana back so my bag would cover like my bum just to cover it. And I was
I
like,
can just imagine
bolting home from school. I've never walked faster in my life because I didn't want people behind me to see it. I didn't want people to run up behind me. Like I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'd never told anyone, and I was like, just run, get home.
Yeah.
I was like, what if my chair is dirty? Like, so I was like, I think I was wiping the chair with my towel when I sat down. Mm-hmm. I was like,
I was pretty lucky because my school, I mean, the dresses were blue, but when you got into year 9, you wear the skirts instead, and the skirts are red. Yeah. So I was like, if I ever get it, I'll be good. Yeah. One afternoon I got it, but I hadn't realized, and it was on my skirt. I sat down in the car. I think I had to go straight to dance. Sat down in the car. I'm on the way to dance, and I get out of the car to get my stuff. And there's literally, I have like really whitish grey leather. It's like, it's very light. So I stood up, and it's just this red everywhere on the seat. And I'm like, but I couldn't tell because my skirt is red. And so I'm like, oh my God, it's all over my skirt. Anyway, I'm like, what do I do? How am I going to clean this? I'm thinking it's going to stain. It's not going to come off. So I like run upstairs, get changed because I was like, I thought people could see and I didn't want to be in like icky. So
did you go home first or straight?
No. Well, I had dance. So I had to run up. I think, was I teaching or I don't remember if I was teaching or dancing, but I ran upstairs. I got changed, and then I was like, I'm just going to grab so much tissue. Grabbed tissue, wet it, then ran back downstairs and was just scrubbing my seat. Luckily, it came off. Thank God. Yeah. But I was like, oh, my God. That was so embarrassing. Luckily, no one saw, and it was fine. Once when I was in Japan, though, this was fine, though, because it was like a tiniest little bit, but I was wearing jeans and we were on a school trip. I went to Japan and I came down to the hotel lobby and we're like waiting around, and one of the girls goes to me, you have some blood on your jeans. And I was like, no. It was the tiniest spot, but obviously someone could see it. So I was like, oh my God, so I had to go upstairs and change into different jeans, and it was just not a good day. I literally cried on the bus because of something else, not even because of that. I was just emotional and I cried. Yeah. But yeah. No.
I feel like period anxiety is a thing. If you're a girl and you don't have period anxiety, like
how do you they must have mastered their periods.
Yeah, but like being anxious, you don't have anything on your pants. Being anxious, you haven't leaked.
The amount of times I'm like, hey, can you just check me?
That's what I'm saying. Is it has to just be a girl thing. Yeah. Like if I have not gone out with anybody who's on their period who hasn't said, can you just check me when I stand up?
Can you just check
me?
And
it is a thing that the girl with their period stands up first, goes and fixes their dress or their skirt or their pants or whatever, and the other person checks and they're like, yep, you're good. All good.
Spilling all the secrets, though.
What? Girls know this. If you don't know this, I'm giving you tips here.
True. Like always just say to your friend, can you check me? Because they'll know what it means.
My sister do it all the time.
Yeah.
Every time. And it's always just like, can you just check me when I stand up?
It's good though, because at least you know, like, you're not leaking.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, that, and then also like, I get tampons. I'm fine now, but I used to get so scared of toxic shock syndrome.
Yes. Leaving it in for too long.
Yeah, because that like was burned in my brain. And one night I slept with the tampon in. Biggest mistake. Nothing happened. I was fine. But
my God.
Like dumbest decision. I literally forgot and fell asleep. Woke up the next morning, was like, or I don't know when this was. I reckon like maybe a year ago. I was out all weekend, not at home, and I had a tampon in, and I just had left it in. We were out and I forgot to put a tampon in or a pad in my bag. And I've just gone, oh God, like what am I going to do? And then I forgot about it, got home, and instead of changing it straight away, I like forgot about it for another couple of hours. Woke up in the middle of the night, was like, oh my God, my tampon. Then went and changed. I just like, I'm so forgetful. Like, you know me, I'm forgetful.
See, I'm when it comes to that, I am the
On top of
opposite.
it.
I'm the opposite. I'm too early. I take it out too early.
Oh, so like it hasn't had enough time to soak up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because before I go and change, I stress that I'm leaking or I feel like I'm leaking. So I'm like, right, I just have to go and change.
Yeah.
And then I take it out. I'm like, or it's hard to come out. I'm like,
yeah, you're like, oh, should have waited.
Far out.
But
I always just,
usually,
I'm so paranoid.
you can usually feel when it's heavy.
Yeah, I know,
like
but I just.
Because it'll like start sliding out. Well, mine starts sliding out.
See, yeah,
Mine's like, all right, I'm ready to come out.
I'm just so paranoid that I always just go and like change it or I check like 50,000 times and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, is it going to be stuck up there? Am I going to get toxic shock syndrome? Like, I just freak out and I'm like,
see, whereas
just
wearing a pad, there's none of that anxiety.
True.
Because
but
you're like,
I like not wearing a pad.
Oh
because you
yeah,
just feel
100%. Like, a pad makes me feel icky.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I'm in a diaper.
Exactly. Even if I've got a tampon in wearing a pad, I usually wear a liner if I have a tampon in. But like, I don't think I could not do a tampon with something else. I just get so paranoid.
Well, I just do a liner. If I'm wearing a G-string, I'll just do a tampon.
Yeah.
If I'm wearing just like normal underwear, I'll put a liner on as well. But then when I'm going to bed, I put a pad on.
Yeah. Yeah. Always do a pad overnight. But I just get so paranoid that I'm going to leak or especially it always happens that my period comes on a Monday. It always happens. Or it's either Monday or a Tuesday. Tuesday's good because don't work.
Your periods are short, so at least you get done with it at the start of the week.
Yeah.
And then you have like the weekend to
See,
I usually always have mine over the weekend.
Oh, that's
like on the good days.
Yeah. I'm meant to get my next period on the day I'm going to a wedding.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Also, this is the one thing that I hate when it says like, oh yeah, you're supposed to get your period on this day, and it's like a day where it's like, why does it have to be? Because then you're second guessing, like you're overthinking. Am I going to get it the day before? Am I going to get it on that day? What do I wear just in case I do get it?
You can't wear white.
No, like you just have to be so prepared.
And if you've already pre-planned an outfit, you have to go and change your whole outfit just to fit.
Yeah.
In case you get
the amount of times where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear a white skirt or like a white thing,
white
and then
jeans
and I'm
with
like,
a coloured top.
Wait, I'm on my period.
Yeah,
I can't wear white. It's actually
outfits
frustrating.
is so frustrating. And then like there's some jeans that don't fit you when you're on your period because you're bloated, or literally skirts that don't fit because
you're bloated.
Yeah, like
because you're fat.
Essentially, you're fat for 3 days and you can't fit your clothes.
See, I bloat the week before and the week I'm on my period. So I'm bloated for 2 weeks. Probably not like that long. It's probably like a week overall or like a week and a half. But I feel like so fat for those 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So like I know I'm not fat. I'm definitely not. I'm like very healthy. But you just feel it. You feel so like everything. I feel like my face is fat, my arms are fat, my legs are fat, my belly's fat, and I'm just everything's fat.
See, I never used to have bloating. Like for majority of my life, I would never have bloating because I was fatter.
Yeah.
And so like I think all my bloating was just hidden in fat. Then I lost weight and I was like, oh my God, did I like, the first time I experienced it, I was like, oh my God, like have I gained weight or something? And I would feel, I'd be like, no, that's like bloody cramping. What is happening?
Yeah.
And I was
feels like
oh my, I was excited. I was like, guys, for the first time in my life, I'm actually bloated.
Do you know what it feels like to me? It feels like if someone like came up with a knife and just cut the stomach, like all my guts would just like
everywhere
pour out.
Yeah.
And like there'd just be all this liquid come out. Sorry, this is really gruesome. Like I would just feel like
that's what it would feel like. Yeah.
Like it's just all coming out of me. And then, oh gosh, it's also the worst when like you're aching, like TMI, but your vagina sometimes does ache. Mine always aches.
Yes.
Like I will have literally my cramps. I've really mastered my cramps now. If I take Panadol or ibuprofen like before I start cramping, then I'm good.
You're fine.
I'm good.
Hitting your microphone.
Sorry. Then I'm good. I won't cramp, or like I will know I'm cramping, but I won't feel it as much and it'll be fine. If I take Panadol like while I start cramping, I'll cramp.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I have to take it before. But then I get the vagina aches and like it literally throbs and I can't do anything about that. It just throbs. It's the worst.
I used to be like I used to have cramps so bad that nothing would help.
Yeah.
Like I would be in so much pain for like literally one day.
Yeah.
Like it would be so painful. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do anything. No amount of Panadol or Nurofen would help. I used to not do this because it's not medically correct, but I used to have my sister had like period pills that she would take when she was cramping really bad.
Oh, like Naprogesic?
It was different. It was like a prescribed medicine. And I used to have them and that was the only thing that could help.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I would just take one tablet and it would be like fine. Like I would be completely fine. But then I ran out of those and so we went to the doctor and they were like, oh, we can't, like we don't sell them or we don't make them anymore, but you can have Naprogesics, which is like the chemist version, but it's not as strong.
I don't find they work.
I think they do sort of work. I just need to time them correctly. Like I need to take them straight away. But the thing is I don't eat for a while in the morning. So I have to have them with food.
To eat them.
I have to have it with food.
Yeah.
But I don't have food until like mid-morning. So it sucks.
No, I used to have Naprogesic and it never worked. And so I just started taking ibuprofen.
It used to not work.
Because my dad, he used to be a pharmacist.
Yeah.
So he like knows all the medicine and whatever. And he was like, just take ibuprofen.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, will it work? It works so much better for me.
Really? Better than
Ibuprofen works. Ibuprofen is probably the medicine that works best. I can take it for anything and I feel better.
Yeah. Better than Panadol or Nurofen?
Yeah, better than Panadol.
Wow.
Or Nurofen.
Maybe I should get on.
Also, random fun fact. You can take 2 Panadol and 2 Panadol and 2 Nurofen at the same time.
Yeah.
And not overdose.
Yeah. So you could essentially have double the dose.
I didn't know
that. That's fine.
I literally had no idea. And my dad's a pharmacist. When he told me, it was when I was on antibiotics.
Yeah.
For, I think I had tonsillitis or something. And he goes, just take 2 Nurofen and 2 Panadol. And I was like, Dad, I can't do that. He's like, yeah, you can.
Yeah. I always used to think that.
Literally was pain-free.
I used to do that sometimes on my periods. I would have like, although I would like space it out evenly. So I would have like 2 Panadol, or I'd usually start with Nurofen because Nurofen worked better for me. And I would have like 2 Nurofen, then 2 hours later I'd have Panadol, and then 2 hours later I'd have Nurofen. So I was like doing the double dose, but
doing it a little
spaced out. So I was like, I won't
overdose. I won't overdose.
But I am overdosing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a random fun fact if you didn't know. So if you're really in a lot of pain, just
go to the doctor.
Yeah, probably. Actually, don't listen to us. Why not?
Yeah, we're not doctors.
So
I've had so many doctors be like, just go on the pill. I never wanted to go on the pill.
No, pill is like...
Are you on the pill?
No. I've never been on it. Best decision of my life.
Yeah, I don't want to go on
All my friends hated the pill.
I know somebody else who didn't work
at all. Actually, I think there's only one friend of mine that liked the pill. But I think it's so different for everyone.
Yeah, there's so many side effects. There's such a different range of
everyone's going to react differently to it. And I just I'm happy with my...
You found what works.
I found what works. I'm happy with where I'm at. I know you can get a certain pill that makes sure that you don't gain weight or you don't get acne. But I'm I just don't, just in case I don't want to gain weight. I don't want to get acne.
Yeah.
I don't want emotional mood swings. I'm pretty good with my emotions besides the day before my period when I'm crying 3 times a day. I'm pretty good with my emotions. I'm very self-aware.
Yeah. In tune with your
my emotions.
You know what to expect.
I'm very in tune with myself. So I feel like if I was still on the pill, it would
throw everything out of whack.
Out of whack, you know?
Yeah. But obviously each to their own.
It might work for some people.
Yeah.
But personally, I can't say don't listen to your doctor because that's
I went to the doctor. I think I was having really bad periods and I went to the doctor and I was like, help me, but I don't want to go on the pill.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't want to go on the pill, just say, I don't want to go on the pill. And they'll probably help you.
Yeah.
But usually doctors just say, oh, just go on the pill.
But then also don't listen to other people because I know somebody who was they weren't like a health professional, but they were like in the health side of things. Yeah. And they told someone to not go on the pill or to get off the pill. And they were already on the pill and the pill was working for them. And they were like, no, don't go on the pill. It's blah, blah.
If the pill works for you, stay on it.
Yeah.
If it's working for you and you feel good, you feel fine.
Yeah. Essentially, don't listen to us. Listen to your doctor. Unless you don't want to go on the pill, then listen to us.
Listen to yourself.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you know what works.
Mind. Yeah. And like you can try it and then go off it if you don't like it.
My thing was I didn't want to try it and then gain weight and then be in this loop where I was just gaining weight. Even if I stopped it, just be like, I didn't want to get stuck with.
Yeah, I was really honestly worried about my all the hormones.
Yeah.
I'm really, because I'm very good with my emotions now, and I didn't want to fuck that up.
And I was happy with my period, my cycle. I didn't want.
Yeah, you're very 3-day period.
You're
lucky.
I didn't want to go
lucky.
on the pill and then throw that out and have like 5 days.
Yeah.
So.
It all just like there are other things like you can get the, what does it have? Sorry, you didn't want that out there. This is out there now. You have a what's it called? IUD.
But that's like sexual health. That's not.
True.
Did that change her periods?
I don't think she gets her periods.
Oh, yeah.
I don't actually know. Maybe we should do some research. But basically,
maybe that's the sexual health.
It's the one that gets inserted into the vagina.
The T one. IUD.
Yeah. I keep forgetting what it's called.
Not the one in the arm.
No, that's the rod.
Don't get the rod.
Don't get the rod. Don't get it. I literally don't get it.
I wanted to get the rod, but then my friend at work had the rod and she's had to like have it surgically removed.
Yeah. Yeah, same with two of my friends. Well, one of my friends had a period for like 7 months.
Yeah.
And like she didn't know when it was going to stop, so she just got it out.
Yeah.
But have you heard that thing? There's this girl, she got the rod and it ended up traveling all the way into one of her
oh my God.
arteries or something.
Oh
something.
My God,
so she's like pretty much in hospital and have you heard of that?
No.
I saw it on TikTok. Maybe it's just a skit or something.
Well, my friend, she had to have it like the tissue had like grown around it.
Yeah.
So it was like inside her arm. That's why she had to have it removed.
It's just like the rod is not good.
No.
Obviously, don't listen to us, but
we are not health professionals.
But I don't think it's good.
No.
The IUD, he loves it.
Yeah.
Because it's for 5 years and you
like just stays
no
there.
No hormonal things or anything. Like it's just there. But the process of getting it up there apparently is really painful.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Ugh, I could not.
It's just the process is not it.
Anyway, always do your research before.
Yeah, go to your doctor.
Go to your doctor, get a research. Yeah. Go to your doctor, do some research.
We are not health
We're not health professionals.
This is just our
experiences, thoughts, our opinions. But yeah. Wait, what was I saying before?
I don't know, but that's basically the end. My camera's died.
We've lost a camera.
So we're just down to one at the moment. That was the end of the episode.
We're gonna wrap it. We're gonna wrap it up anyway. For everyone who is listening, thank you for listening. For everyone who watched, thank you for watching. Next week's going to be a super fun, exciting video. So please.
We hope, sorry, just took that away from you mid-convo. We hope this was a little informative. If you needed some advice, if we, what's the word when you like relate?
Hopefully this resonates with you. Yeah. Is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah, it's a bit relatable. I feel like the squeaking is not the thing with this microphone, so you just finish this. Okay, well, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Get excited. Fun things to come. Woo! Is that? Sorry. Make sure to check us out on Spotify. Make sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all under the same handle, Sassy and Sober Pod. Anyways, thanks for listening. Bye. Bye, guys. Ow. Did you say ow? You hit me on the head. Oh, like barely. Relax. Whatever. I'ma make you feel alright.